vocalists, vocalizing, arrangers, producers, and vocalists overall. Check. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to BandLab Plus Coffee. Happy Friday and welcome to your weekend. I'm DJTatious. Not only am I your host, but I'm about to transport you utilizing another excellent BandLab track. So let's wake up, wind up, cue up, grab our coffee, and go. Because today we've got Lost and Found by Xavier and 7 others. So let's head to the lab. Excellent track. Lost and Found over here on the lab. Xavier is the one who published it out of Calgary, Canada. ZAYVYUMO, repping 260 followers, a phenomenal vocalist, not to mention the 7 others that are included in this group collaboration. We have The Coven at Coven_music. We have Illy at The Only Illy, Neff at Neftune, SB at SB Music, KB at Inzeek, and Teddybearsaurus at Teddybearsaurus. And finally down here we have Sin at Sinyat. I am so sorry. SENAYIT. Lost and Found, written and performed by XENO, who is this group of people, so it's as part of XENO. The track is Jump on the Jam 311 by Miles Jasnikowski Music, and he is credited here as well, so you can go check him out. This is a forged track. It was mixed by Xavier, and it was flipped, and the guitar was added by Teddybearsaurus. Let's check it out.
47, first class in heaven with the windows set. I'm spending us sending to new heights, fresh views and new sights. Do you feel me? Sipping bubbly and wine, living classy, it's time. You're my destiny. Ignore my worries, yeah, it's fine. Run away till I realign my priorities.
Wow, this is great.
Steady trying to find my way back from the VIP. She said she a good girl with an ass so fat. Put it down on my lap, get to twerk and make it clap. If you hit her, have a good time. Thought you was dreaming, now you look like you believing. And I usually don't dance, but that Henny got me leaning on that cash flow. Brand new, you know what we trying to do. Cover crew, keep it going like it's 2022.
Can you feel it? Rolling up so high, smoking on the side.
You hear that bass?
Let's walk around the block with the drink in our hands, and then time just stops. Cause you and me, we be wasting time all so carelessly. Boy, oh boy, tell me where your head at. I wanna get to know you, so where's your bed at? And I'm quite confident usually, but you got me weak around my knees. Little in your eyes when the sun rays down, I know that you're fine for me. I got 15 shots worth of Hennessy, and I'ma take it up until it stops. Little in your eyes, and I know that you're fine for me. I got 15 shots worth of Hennessy, and I'ma take it up until it stops.
There's so much happening vocally, I just want to listen.
It's time, you're my destiny. Ignore my worries, yeah, it's fine. Run away till I realign my priorities.
It's got a really great heartbeat drum groove in here that's keeping everything moving. It makes a great bed for the vocals.
me soul searching. I took the first flight out when I hope of returning. I got my. Do you feel that? Feel that? Girl, you got me soul searching. I'm on the path of do good, baby. I'm certain I got my. Do you feel that? Feel that?
Okay, this is. Come on, Teddy.
Oh, I know what it is. SB.
I've learned one thing, it's that movement is inevitable. We ebb and flow and numb the blows with sex and drugs and alcohol. My final destination is a myth. I've learned to let it go. Anticipate and changes, take you with me, cause you're down from New York to Brisbane. I'm flying awoke and relieve me from stillness. I'm moving, I'm open. The worst day of my life has happened a few times. Don't think that I've lost more than I've yet to find. If I've learned two things, is that love and living is human nature. As I mature, wonder when my sacrifice will start to burn. Floating through communities, immune to what they do to me. I've proven my resiliency a million times, just cruising free. As long as I'm writing, a home is inside me. I know man just biding my time, keeping my peace. The worst day of my life has happened a few times. Don't think that I've lost more than I've yet to find.
They say paradise is a state of mind. There's a lot of souls intertwined. My headspace never felt that great. That's why I chased that summer sunshine. My head up in the clouds, my feet up on the ground, going through the motions of
So much to say. Nice. Funky. Let's go.
Whatever you will give me, if I know stars to be alive with homo sensibilities, or if I'm going down, believe I'm going down with dignity. My equilibrium is coming home with tranquility. I put that ticket at the minute that you want, because you take me to an altitude that's proving my humanity. In love with the cosmos that you breathe into me digitally, got me cloudy dreaming of a future that I choose to see. I'm in love with the you and me, with starry heat and scenery. We choose to lose ourselves and know we feel it to a new degree.
Going through the motions, going through the motions.
Nice. Man, what an awesome track. And everyone has their part to play. I would have loved to have jumped in and given commentary along the way. The only problem is that everyone had so much to say that I didn't feel like it would be right, or I could deliver it in the right way, at least not until the track ended. This is full of all the best vocal things that we do in music, whether it's vocalizing, adding rap, or rather hip hop and rap to funk and this kind of soulful music where you marry all of that together. When you get a collaboration with 8 people in it, 9 if you include the forked track, you can often come up with something very messy. However, you're talking about Xavier here. So weird using that name. You're talking about Xavier here, who is not only making sure everyone has their space when he mixes it, but you're talking about Teddy Bearasaurus, who is an excellent producer and arranger and just really enjoys putting space in all of his music. You can find all of these people on BandLab as well as other examples of their work, and you will see that people like Xavier are always funky, like they're always putting soul into their music, and people like Teddy are always creating space in his music. There is something about every Teddy Bearasaurus song where everything will be separated well and clean and nice. When it comes to the others on this track, it cannot be understated how much each of them add. Illy is a phenomenal lyricist / rapper. Neff, I haven't seen as much of their stuff, but I hear no vocals out of place. Like, this is phenomenal. SB, you heard 2/3 of the way through the song, SB breaks in when Teddy Bearasaurus introduces at that dynamic lull, that dynamic shift in the music right about here. All that separation. You can hear everything clearly. SB.
I've learned one thing, it's that movement is inevitable. We ebb and flow and numb the blow.
Right. So then she goes off and does her thing. And then KB here, a phenomenal vocalist. Okay. When you get into a lot of the vocalizing or choral elements of this track, I'm pretty sure that's where her voice is living. And just a phenomenal vocalist. Very versatile as well. Now, Sin, I don't know anything about Sin's music. However, again, not a single voice out of place in this track, which means that they were doing their thing and you couldn't tell otherwise. That is the mark of a good group effort. So let's head on over to two things I love and one thing I want more of. Now, we know this is a forked track from Miles Jasnowski here. We can actually click over. He's got the jump on the jam over here. You can fork his revision. It's still available if you'd like to use it. But let's go back to the track that we're looking at. Lost and Found. Xavi and XENO is the name they're performing under. Thanks for bringing me the lyrics, guys. Really appreciate that. 427 plays. Let's start at the beginning because the first thing I love is how all of these vocals work in concert.
I'm spending a cent in heaven with the windows sick.
That's KB.
I'm spending a cent
That's
in
Xavi.
new heights, fresh views, and
So in the very beginning, you've got these two voices, one male, one female, doing the funk, right? One of them's giving you the call and response for the melody and, I guess what I'd call the counter melody that just works really well in concert. So you'll get Xavi giving you the line and KB giving you the response for the call.
first class in heaven with the windows sick.
Call, response. A very powerful tool in the vocalist arsenal.
I'm spending
Call,
a cent in the new heights, fresh views, and new sights. Do you
response.
feel me?
So not only do we have that working really well, and again, call and response is a weapon in a vocalist arsenal that is incredibly powerful when used correctly. And it can get muddy if you don't do it well, but practice makes progress. So if you like this call and response, I would encourage you to try it in your music. Come up with a line that can be responded to. This happens in a lot of different places. It's not just pop music or funk music. It's in churches when they sing songs. You could sing something like, I'm having a great day, and then the other person, a great day couldn't be better. I mean, just whatever. And the whole goal of a call and response in my music is to create either vocal separation, vocal interest, or an opportunity to really slather on some vocal effects, making a statement like it's going to be a great day, and then putting on a filter. It's going to be a great day, get better. Just to give the ear something interesting to do. Another thing you can do with these call and response moments is you can pan them slightly left and slightly right to get a call. Do 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 do, and you're like, whoa, whoa. Really great use of call and response. And if we keep moving in the song, a lot of that more R&B feel right here. Vocalizing. You take that, you go from funk call and response to vocalizing R&B, and now we're about to jump into some hip hop.
Round the block with the drink in our hands, and then time just stops. Cause you and me, we be wasting time oh so carelessly. Boy, oh boy, tell me where your head at. I wanna get to know you, so where's your bed at? And I'm
A little bit more call and response. Bed at, head at. Really great. And then if we keep moving through the track here, as far as vocals go,
Sipping bubbly and wine, living classy, it's time.
really great.
My destiny.
Really great separation. You've got Xavi right up the middle. You've got some vocals way panned to the right and a little bit more airy. You've got some vocals a little bit on the left that are a little bit more prominent, almost as if they're call and response. And then I believe you even have... You even have some vocalizing as well as some harmonies happening. When you get a group of vocalists together, that's when all of these tips, tricks, and awesome things are going to come out. And it takes a great mixer and arranger to make them sound good and sound, in this case, phenomenal. And that's what they do. Now let's bring it over here to where Teddy Barosaurus does his thing that I'm familiar with, where he'll take a track that's just doom, 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 go, go, go. And he'll go, wait. Stop. Give me a minute. It's time to chill out and get lost in it before we bring it back and bring it to high speeds. He really knows how to use dynamics nicely. So we come from this moment of this do, 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 and Teddy's going to stop us. He's going to say, hang on, chill out for a minute.
I lost something.
Because if everything's fast, nothing is. So I'm going to go slow. Which makes SB much faster.
SB.
I've learned one thing, it's that movement is inevitable. We ebb and flow and numb the blows with sex and drugs and alcohol. My final destination is a myth. I've learned to let it go, anticipate and changes take you with me, cause you're down from low.
Yo.
To Brisbane, I'm flying awoke and relieve me from stillness. I'm moving, I'm open. The worst day of my life has happened a few times. Don't think that I've lost more than I've yet to.
Okay. That is what I'm talking about, dynamics. You have this funky, excellent track. And we're in that party. But what Teddy's going to do is he's going to say, no, you need to slow down because I'm about to give you more speed. But the only way that's going to feel new and fresh is if we put something in the middle to kind of make your brain go, oh, wait, what? And ramp back up. We don't have the rhythm. We're just doing this really nice final scratch, some synth. Bring back
the movement is inevitable.
the vocal.
Flow and numb the blows with sex and drugs and alcohol.
We're gonna slowly add in some instruments here.
To let it go, anticipate and changes take you with me, cause you're down from New York to Brisbane. I'm flying.
Those claps, real muted.
I'm moving, I'm open. The worst day of my life has happened a few times.
That organ.
That I've lost more than I've yet to find. If I've learned two things, is that love and living is human.
Did you hear that kick? That kick was our transition.
Floating through communities, immune to what they do to me. I've proven my resiliency a million times, just cruising.
Now we're getting some really fun wah. We've got that kick back now. We've got our drums coming in. Everything's coming slow. And we're going to get full blast. Here's that rhythm. There's that groove. There you go. Now we're back. And you'll see in the waveform a little bit louder over here. Come on, guys. Like, there's so much happening in here vocally. Your attention is you're never bored. Your attention is never let go of. It goes fast, it goes hard, it goes soft so that it can go hard again. And the cadence continually shifts just by nature of different vocalists doing their thing, but everything working in concert.
Love with the cosmos that you breathe into me digitally, got me cloudy dreaming of a future that I choose to see. In love with the you and me, we starry heat and scenery. We choose to lose ourselves and know we feel it to a new degree. Going through the...
In the background, you'll hear some oohs, and they're kind of plucky. Ooh, 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 ooh. I bet you that's KB.
Motions going through the motion.
There you go. And that was just thing number one that I loved, but we really needed to go through that because going through it while we listened to the track would have been a detriment and a disservice to the track. So the second thing I love is going to be this build up right here. And there's so much to love, but this is important. So I'm going to emphasize it one more time, but I'm going to emphasize it from, not from the vocals, from the track itself. We drop into just the synth elements and the vinyl scratch.
I know what it is.
This is our mellow burst that's going to bring us back to the next part of the vocal. But we haven't amped up the instrumental yet. We've given it a melody. Do, 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 do. Now we're going to hit the kick after the claps. We're going to hit the kick for the transition. Here. Right there. Okay, so you've got the melody and the clap. Now you have some vocalizing in the back, slowly building in. And here we go. Let's bring the rhythm back. Here's our kick. Now that we have our kick, we can bring our rhythm all the way back.
Paradise is a state of mind. If the lost souls intertwine, my headspace never felt that great. That's why I chased that summer sunshine.
This is an excellent, a phenomenal way to build a climax into a track. You have such a big thing happening here, both vocally and as far as the track is concerned. When it comes to the highs and lows of the track, this is definitely a high. But you come over here and you drop everything out except for those synths and that vinyl scratch, and then the vocalist comes in for the rapping, and you still only have a melody synth and a vinyl track. And then you slowly add in claps so that everything stays interesting. Typically, the rule of thumb, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Or what's the term? I always say that. I don't, but I say it a lot. Every 2 bars, keep it interesting. Every 2 bars, change it up musically, right? So we go from synth and vinyl scratch to melody synth and vinyl scratch, and then we add a clap, and then we add a kick, and then we add rhythm, and there's the organ in there as well. But this build brings us to a place where we're just dancing at the end. You're just dancing. You can't help it. You know why? Because it's arranged really well. It's sung really well. It's performed really well. Everything in this track is done really well. And you know what? It was done using a forked track from BandLab with 7 people or 6 people plus the band name who love to sing. That's all you need. All you need is a love for music. A little practice makes progress, and you can't go anywhere if you don't start walking. So start walking, fumble and fall forward, get back up, and suddenly you're miles from where you started, and you've accomplished something that you've never, ever dreamed of. Keep going. So good. This track is phenomenal. Make sure you head on over to BandLab and follow everyone on this list. Xaviumo, Sinead, Teddy Bear Source, Nzeek, SB Music, Neptune, The Only Illy, and Coven Music. Not to mention Miles Jasnowski Music, who created the track. And you know what? While you're over there, I would just humbly ask that you follow DJTatious on BandLab, YouTube, and wherever you choose to consume your social media. I hope your weekend is restful and relaxing, and that you get ready to wind up and do it all again on Monday. Thanks for watching. See ya.